And good morning, Joe Justice, coming to you live April 24th on 2023. It is the last week of April, and that brings us right into what I was wanting to talk to everybody about. I'm going to be doing a cool thing next month, a challenge month in May. If you are trying to improve your health and fitness, if you need a little extra push, a little extra help, send me a message, let me know. I will add you into our group, and we are going to do a challenge group together with a group chat where we will be able to push each other, cheer each other on, and have a great time. And I found out this morning that it is actually, May is actually Mental Health Awareness Month, which I thought was interesting because I really didn't plan for this to be a mental health thing when I thought about doing the challenge group in May. But I thought that it made an awful lot of sense because I personally very strongly believe that mental health and physical health are very closely linked. I know I've had a lot of struggles in my past with kind of motivation and depression, and and it is Motivation Monday after all. So let's talk about that for just a little bit. When I was at my unhealthiest, when I was at least 60 pounds heavier than I am now, and I was very sluggish. I wasn't sleeping well. And all of that really compounded into just this terrible feeling of, feeling depressed, feeling anxious all the time. I had brain fog. It was just kind of this constant, relentless, awful feeling of, inadequacy and, again, just like this depression kind of stuff. And when I started to tackle my physical health, I noticed that it had this real snowball effect around mental health. And I thought that was a real key and a real great insight. As I've read more and more about these topics, it's beginning to become more and more common for doctors, psychologists to recommend very simple health and fitness type routines for people that are suffering with depression, anxiety, and things like that. And by simple, I mean simple, like taking a half-hour walk outside every day, or doing yoga, or things like that. I also think joining in and doing activities with friends, with groups, even if it's virtually, I think is a great way of moving forward and feeling positive about yourself. Connecting with people, classes are great. Having the opportunity to connect and get with people, I think is absolutely excellent. But at the end of the day, you're talking about very simple things to improve your overall mental health. And I just want to encourage you today on Motivation Monday, take the time to really assess yourself. Think of some simple physical activities you can do. Is it mowing the lawn? Is it going for a walk? Is it going for a jog? Is it doing some yoga in the morning, just doing some simple stretches, anything like that? If you need a little help and a little structure, send me a message. I will help you out. I've got lots of resources that I can send you on that type of thing. And then right along those same lines with the physical activity improving mental health, let me give you a couple other little things that you can do to really improve your mental health overall. One big thing is sleep. I'm sure you've heard this before. We don't get enough sleep in the modern world. We have lots of problems with sleep. It's primarily due to the fact that we have lights now. That's not something that humans had in the past. We had fires at best. We might have had candles, but people couldn't stay up all night and be entertained. So they would just sleep. So you have to keep that in mind. We're not really designed to stay up till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Once the sun went down, our ancestors would go to bed. I mean, there's nothing else to do, and we're designed for that. So really encourage you. It will make a huge difference in your life if you find a sleep schedule and stick to it. Again, there are lots of ways to do that, to incorporate sleep into your schedule and make it work for you. Again, if you need help with that, shoot me a message. I'll help you out. I'll give you some ideas of things that you can do along those lines. And then, of course, then there's food. There's diet. Basically, my best suggestion when it comes to diet, when you're trying to improve your overall mental health, is just stay away from sugar and grains. Stay away from the kinds of things that spike your insulin. That's sugary foods, that's grain, heavily grained foods like breads and cakes, cookies, that kind of stuff. Just stay away from that kind of stuff, the stuff that spikes your insulin. Stick with whole foods, vegetables, fruits, meats, things like that. Non-processed meats, not like deli meats and stuff like that. Chicken breast, steak, ground beef, stuff like that. Fix simple meals that are easy to fix and prepare, and focus on that type of thing. I think that you will benefit quite a bit from it. So my action step for you today, if you want to try to improve your mental health here today on Motivation Monday, is to sit down at some point today, make a plan. It doesn't have to be a detailed plan. Just make a commitment to the one thing that you're going to do to begin to move forward and to make positive steps in your life. If it's a walk every day, then write it down and say, I'm going to go for a walk every day, and then check that off your list every day as you go. That's your action step today. So I hope that you found this helpful. Watch again tomorrow, and we will talk about some more exciting things that you can do. Send me a message if you want to be part of my challenge group. I would love to have you. And until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye for now.